Next up,
Mm-hmm.
Joe Lieberman.
Yep.
He is the senator who crusaded against video game violence.
Yes.
Has passed away at the age of 82.
Yeah, he was basically the guy that caused the creation of the SRB back in the day.
Yeah.
Because him and like Hillary Clinton had a real problem with Night Trap.
Yep.
Because you know what? It's so crazy when you think back about it. It was all because they just didn't. It was like clickbait back in the day. What was it called back then? Before clicking. Like, what did they call if there was a fake headline that was just to make you have like outrage? Because the way they thought Night Trap was that it was like you're murdering young girls in this game for children, and it's inappropriate and blah blah. And if you play Night Trap, the game first of all is corny as fuck. Second of all, you're trying to save the girls, not kill them. But like they didn't know the whole problem, like what the deal with the game was. So they turned it into a whole thing about how video games are bad and we have to like crack down on them, much like movies with the MPAA ratings. Because they wanted to have their own ratings, and it was going to be government rated. And the industry got together and we're like, no, we'll do it like the motion pictures. We'll create our own rating system. It'll be just like the movies that works. So let's do that.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. But yeah, Joe Lieberman and Hillary Clinton. I almost said Hillary Duff. They really didn't like Night Trap and Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Mortal Kombat makes sense. Night Trap, not so much.
I mean, again, if you look at Mortal Kombat that they were so upset by, Mortal Kombat 1, it just looks corny as fuck.
Sure, it does now, that's for sure.
But it was like hyper realistic when it came out.
Yeah, quote unquote hyper.
Well, think about like, as you're like, throw your mind back to the days when you first saw like Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah.
Were you like, it's fucking real life?
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, the full motion video dudes with blood spraying everywhere. Yeah, it was wild.
It looked real as hell.
Yeah.
But you look at it through the air, glasses of 2024, and you're like, oh my God.
It looks terrible.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
This was in the era with Jack Thompson, too. Do you remember Jack Thompson? He was the guy that was always trying to sue video game companies about violence in video games, and he always filed all these lawsuits, and he was eventually disbarred because he just wasted everybody's time, basically. Yeah, he also testified at Congress too, and he was just a buffoon.
As they usually are.
Yeah, it's kind of good now though that all these sort of old crotchety guys and gals are getting so old they're dying because well, not that that's a good thing that he died.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Now people that actually grew up playing video games are becoming lawmakers.
Yep.
And they know like what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So there won't be this stupid ass, ridiculous, well, in theory, but then you see who gets voted in, then you think, well, never mind. I was wrong. Things are just going to be as bad as they were. But at least they have an idea of what technology is.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm sure Joe Lieberman knew all about, like, telegrams. He was up on telegrams.
He probably knew all about telegrams.
He sent telegrams. He received them. He knew how they worked. He had no problem with telegrams. But you know the guy that only ever received letters by horse was like the evils of telegrams.
Yep.
They're corrupting the people by transmitting information too quickly. It's gotta, the letter has to sit, like, absorb some trail dust before you get it.
Yeah. That's how you know it's authentic.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see anyways.
But, oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he was, besides the video game stuff, I seem to think he was a pretty okay, like, lawman.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
I don't think he was Republican. I think he was just a Democrat who didn't like video games.
Huh.
So
there you go.
Yeah.